Please welcome your New York Knicks. At center, at 17th, number 55, Isaiah Hartenstein. At guard, at 6'3", 0, Dante DiVincenzo. At forward, at 6'3", number 3, Josh Hart. At forward, at 6'6", number 8, OG Anunoby. At guard, at 6'1", number 11, Jalen Brunson.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Halliburton. Siakam is out there with Turner. Then it's Eastman. And it's Nembhard in at the 2 spot. And for New York, Hartenstein is out there with Josh Hart. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And we know, Greg, most of the talk coming into this game focused on the front court matchup. A lot of talent in the low post here.
And, you know, a lot of times that means it'll come down to the rebounding battle. Whoever controls the boards will have a big leg up in the physical and mental aspect of this game.
Brunson, that's a 2-pointer. Siakam pulls it in. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Pacers. Good D by Anunoby. Here's New York. DiVincenzo kicks to Anunoby. DiVincenzo passes to Hart. New York moving the ball around. Anunoby, no good. When you look at this Knicks roster, Greg, this is a team that feels it can make a deep playoff push.
And they have their stars. They have tons of young talent. Developing that talent and adding a piece or two should get them where they want to go.
Now, here's Anunoby.
2 minutes. Hart in the first. 2 minutes.
Oh, good on the 3. Now, here's Nesmith. He's guarded by Anunoby. Halliburton, that's good.
How about Halliburton getting his hands dirty, going in there, crashing the offensive glass? Love the versatility.
Here's Hart. Here's Brunson. And they cash in right away with the quick shot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Pacers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Brunson against Halliburton. Now, here's Nesmith. Guarded closer. 6 to shoot. The pass to Nembhard. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
I think DiVincenzo is at his best in the open court because he's got tremendous speed.
Halliburton against Brunson. Here's Turner. Tries from 10. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Brunson kicks to DiVincenzo. And they pick up 2. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket of the night.
Sweet shooting from DiVincenzo. Really comfortable getting that shot up quickly.
Pass to Siakam. And finished off by Siakam.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Now, here's Hart. And no good. Good D by Siakam. Here's Nembhard. Can't hit from 12. Now here's Brunson. It's a tie game in New York. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
The Pacers, 6.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
From the court for the Pacers as our second quarter gets underway. They've got Tyrese Halliburton. Doug McDermott is out there with Toppin. Then it's Walker, and it's McConnell in at the 1 spot.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Greg, in terms of the Pacers' last few seasons, some have pointed to their relative lack of size. What do you think?
Well, I think a big push for them this summer was adding to their front court, particularly getting more size at the forward positions. And I think they've improved in that regard.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, of course, the Pacers have a great history, and star point guard Tyrese Halliburton is eager to embrace it. He said, I want to know all the stories of Pacers players in the past. I want to know more about Ron Artest and everybody who played for this organization. I'm being where my feet are. I love being here in India. Kevin?
Oh, I love to hear that. He could be that next Pacers great player. David, thanks. Now, here's Achua. Following the miss by Obi Toppin. To the middle. Back to Achua. Puts up a 3. Pacers with the rebound. 1:31 left in the first half of the game. And a wide open look for Halliburton. Drills it from outside. Halliburton's got 5.
Halliburton showing you a lot of confidence in his three-point stroke. That's something he's worked on.
Here's Robinson. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Here's McConnell. It's hauled in by Achua. The Knicks with the lead. McBride passes to Achua. Got a piece of it. Halliburton with the steal. Now, here's McConnell. Defense is right there. Offensive rebound. And Walker kicks to Toppin. Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
And New York making a change here. Hart's checked in. Shot clock at 6. Here's McDermott. Ready by Bogdanovich.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
So both teams making some changes here. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Stolen by Brunson. Drops in the breakaway lane. Brunson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Knicks.
And the active hands pay off for Brunson as he turns a steal into an easy deuce.
Here's Nembhard. Indiana again missing. He got it up. The shot comes out, and that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Knicks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Greg, we still see players embellishing contact. Is enough being done to discourage those creative flourishes?
We're talking about flopping, right? I mean, we're seeing the league experiment assessing a technical free throw. It's necessary or guys will keep jerking their heads and falling down, and who wants to see that?
Anunoby out there with Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hartenstein in at the pivot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for New York right now.
The versatility of Halliburton, that's what you love about him. He can score it, he can pass it, and he makes very good decisions.
On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's Hart on the wing. And here's Brunson outside. Siakam pulls it in. And Indiana shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. We know they like having Brunson out there, Greg, a player they can run the entire offense through.
No doubt. And he can be trusted on to take the keys and just run things effectively. He keeps mistakes to a minimum, and he's a solid creator for his team.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. You know what you love seeing from Pascal Siakam is his confidence continuing to grow.
And Kevin, especially when it comes to scoring. Pascal understands how valuable he is to his team and how much they lean on him to step up on that end.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. These days, the ball is in Pascal Siakam's hands. He says it means everything. Being on the ball just gives you a better rhythm. I don't think it's hard. It's just something you grow into. I have those images in my head of where I want to get to. Now, defenses often look to double, and he said, if I played me, I would do that too. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you.
Hey, Clark, thinking back to that Halliburton for Sabonis trade, what are your thoughts?
I think it's one of those situations where it was a win-win all the way around, Greg. You think about it. The Kings benefited, the Pacers did. Young players that have stardom in their future. And I think both players are going to be multi-time All-Stars.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Line, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Here's Neesmith. That's good. And Halliburton with the assist.
Assist from
Halliburton's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Anunoby. Halliburton against Brunson. Hart, wide open. He fired. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops.
You know, confidence is a big part of success in the NBA. And when Hart is assertive like this, it helps him get going.
Shots good by Turner.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
Knicks trail by 6. Here's Brunson. That one falls. Brunson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And defense is all over Brunson inside, but still manages to outmaneuver them for the deuce.
Siakam passes to Turner. 41 seconds left in the 3rd. And it's slammed in by Turner.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe. And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Knicks foul. Bojan Bogdanovic. First personal foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year. Although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And New York making a change here. McBride's checked in. Siakam hits them both. And Clark, when we take a look at your former team, the Indiana Pacers, is it fair to say they're a work in progress?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, I think they've got some really outstanding young talent, as well as a very experienced coaching staff. That combination should bode well for the Pacers' future.
Driving in, and the rejection by Jackson. On the wing, DiVincenzo. It's good from long range. DiVincenzo's got 7 points in the game.
And the three-point shot of DiVincenzo is dangerous. Defense cannot allow him to get airspace from that.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Pacers. They're up by 3. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter.
Put the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. On the court right now for the Pacers. Halliburton is out there with T.J. McConnell. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Doug McDermott. And it's Jackson in at the 5 spot. Here's the teardrop. A shot by McConnell, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Halliburton looking around. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Halliburton's future is bright, and that's got so many folks excited because he can really play and fill it up.
Achua, sweet move. Passes it to Hart to tie it up. Buries the long-range jumper.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball.
Timeout called the Pacers.
Indiana.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
Hart, that's good. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
34-33.
Siakam against Hart. Got a hand on it. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. A 3 ball. And stolen by McConnell. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. It's good. And the Pacers lead by 1. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And another thing, guys, they've dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Brunson. That is his first foul of the game. The Pacers making a switch here. Halliburton's checked in. The pass to Neesmith. It counts.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Here's Hart. They get it back. A second chance effort. Hartenstein. Pass to Anunoby. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Pulled loose. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Hart with it, picked up by Turner. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Second team foul. Pascal Siakam at the line. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And Siakam wants to be the guy for this team, especially in these types of high-pressure situations.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Brunson kicks to Hart. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. This one for three. No good from three-point territory. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And they foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Had to foul and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. Late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making them.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Anunoby kicks to Hart, puts up a deep three. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're in front by one. 1 second left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Tyrese Halliburton.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it. You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And we know how dangerous Halliburton is from the stripe. Not a guy you want to foul.
New York calls timeout. They're trailing by 3. 1 second left in the fourth quarter.
And make some noise for your next sitting answer. And let's get loud, fans. Stand up. Make some noise.
Near the three-point line, it's DiVincenzo. No good. So a close game sees Indiana take this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.